What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are unboxing the new wheels for my SRT-4.
My name is Zach Ellis and welcome to my journey. I don't know where I'm going or how I'm going to get there, but I'm going to be tearing shit up every step of the way. Along with a few friends, of course. Honestly, I don't know what I'm going. I'll be building, modifying, repairing, fabricating, and racing every chance I get. But if you enjoy this content, don't forget to smash the subscribe button and of course, enjoy the video.
As you can see next to the car there is a big box. That big box is actually the new wheels I've got for my car. I've said in the past few videos, especially the video where I was building the hitch receptacle for a trailer, that I wanted to have a street wheel and I wanted to use the wheels that are currently on the car for my slicks and use those for just track setup. So I would throw the slicks on the trailer, drive to a race, throw the slicks on, race, remove them, trailer the thing home. In the last few days, probably like a week or so, I've decided to go a little bit different route, which I will explain. But for now, let's go ahead and hop right into unboxing the new wheels. All right, here we go. Alright, so those are the new wheels. They are ESR CR1s. They are 18 by 9.5 with a plus 22 offset. They weren't the first wheel that I would have chosen for what my purposes were, racing. But finding a wheel with a aggressive enough offset, wide enough for wide fenders on these cars is very hard to do. At least one that's performance based, like a RPF one or something. These wheels, it's a plus 22 offset. I definitely would have preferred maybe like plus 15, plus 10, something like that. But I had to take what I could get, which is unfortunate because the wheels that I'm running now, like I said earlier, 17 by 8s, I believe. They are roughly 18 or 19 pounds a piece, which is super light. The new wheels are closer to 28, 29 pounds a piece, so they're about 10 pounds each heavier, which in a race car, pretty much any automotive application minus like a rock crawler, unsprung weight, which is your wheels, is bad. You want as little unsprung weight as possible. But I think I'm going to take these wheels, the new wheels, and I'm going to run like either 200 tread wear or 100 tread wear. I might go 200 because a lot of sanctioning bodies, you have to have a 200 or higher tread wear tire. And I'll just use those like I used these last year. I know I'm going to be less performance based, but it's all because I am in the process of converting the bolt pattern of the car. So these cars currently, as you guys know, they are 5x100 and you can't find shit for 5x100, at least in an aggressive setup like I'm going for. So I'm going to convert the car to 5x114, which there's a billion wheel options out there. It seems like every manufacturer uses that bolt pattern now. So it kind of opens the door to, honestly, I might get the Koenig countergrams again and just get a 5x114 that's 9.5 inches wide. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. I'm going to run the heavier wheels with grippy tires, sacrifice performance for one season, but by next season I'll have lightweight wheels like I currently have, but wider. So with all of that being said, that's kind of my plans for now. I'm going to go ahead, remove the two wheels on this side. I'm going to throw the two wheels that I have tires on just for mock-up purposes. I may lower the car and then I will pull out the wide fenders and we'll look at what they look like on the car. Here's the car with the new wheels on it. The rear is pretty accurate to how they're gonna look, only because in the front, I just redid the whole suspension minus the coilovers. So my camber's a little off on the front, but you get the idea. Front wheel sticks out a little bit. It's not absurd, but it's way more than what the last ones were. And then in the rear, it is about the same. It sticks out a pretty good bit. And then from the back, you can see kinda what it's gonna look like. So, not a whole lot of poke, but enough to justify fender flares. I have the wide fenders of the fender flares. Fiberglass, nothing crazy. It's got the divots for your bolts and stuff. I can't remember where I bought these. I'll have to look back at my emails to see where I got them. I got these almost 9 months ago. It's been almost a year since I bought these. I reached out to some fiberglass company. We exchanged emails a few times to try and figure out what the look was I'm going for. And I don't know if the guy had something already or if he made these. I don't really know. Either way, I've got 4 of them. They were cheap, like 200 something bucks, I think, maybe 300 bucks, which in my opinion is a good deal. So they're not a perfect fit. Cool thing though about fiberglass, you can heat it up and it bends a little bit. See, it's got a little flex. Once you heat it up, it gets a little more workable. So I'm gonna go ahead, tape them onto the car. I don't know how well the tape's gonna hold them, but I'll give it my best shot and we'll go from there. Got the fender flares taped on, sorta. In the back, they fit very well to the body. You can see very little gap, pretty much no gap. As far as placement on the wheel well, it's probably off as shit, but whatever. But I'm gonna show you guys the reason why I can't wait to get rid of these wheels. I talked about earlier how these are a positive 22 offset. It's just not enough. 15 would be a little better, give me about an inch further out. But it is what it is. So that's the rear. Fronts, if I tighten this up to the body, these flare out, which is why I talked about adding a little heat. That'll help close that gap. But if you look at fender flare versus the tire, it's, I don't know, a ½ inch sucked in, which isn't a big deal. In the back, it is a little more, I think. Maybe it's like closer to an inch. If I could get these out another inch, it would look better, much, much better. Hard to say. I could run a wheel spacer. Maybe for when I'm driving on the street, I'll run a wheel spacer, and then when I race, I'll remove it. I don't know yet. I don't really want to run a 1-inch spacer. It's kind of a lot. I might run like a ½ inch spacer to try and just make it look a little better. I think if I trim the inner wheel well, I can lower the car a little bit too, which is obviously going to help it look a little better. But hard to say. So that's kind of what I'm going for. This is just kind of a step backwards so I can make a step forward in the future once I get the bolt pattern converted. So yeah, if you guys have any tips, tricks, comments, or concerns, anything you think would benefit me knowing before I get a little too far into this, leave it in the comment section down below. I'd really be interested to hear what you guys have to say. I'm still not 100% sure that I'm going to commit to this yet. I might end up just replacing the tires on my current wheels and run them for another season so I have more time to mess with this setup. And then I'll just sell these wheels. So that's kind of where I'm at. I wish I had thought of converting my bolt pattern earlier before I bought these wheels, but like I said, I bought these wheels like 6 or 7 months ago, so it's all the same. But don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.